Warning: the content in this video is known to be extremely educational. Feel free to try this at home because it's not dangerous at all and it could help you out one day.
Not enough, baby.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry.
Hi, I'm Joseph Gladstone.
Hi, I'm Mary Jane Paul.
Hi, I'm Justin Poole.
I'm Grace, and we're the
CNC, the Crusade News Crew.
You should already.
Hey folks, it's Justin with Crusade News Crew. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Crusade. Let's go to Grace and Mary Jane Paul, who are on the scene.
Hi, I'm Grace, and I'm with,
Mary Jane Paul.
and we're going to talk about the Crusades.
Who are the Crusades?
Well, the Crusades were military campaigns sanctioned by the Catholic Church in the Middle Ages.
Thanks, Mary Jane Paul and Grace. What intriguing information that was. Now, let's head out to Joseph Gladstone and Mary Jane Paul to talk a little bit about feudalism. Joseph? Mary Jane Paul?
Hey, Joseph.
What, Mary Jane Paul?
What is feudalism?
Feudalism was the medieval model of government predating the birth of the modern nation-state.
So basically, peasants were given a place to live and food to eat as long as they were prepared to serve their lord of military service. Wow, that's some great information. Thank you for letting us know. Now that we know a little bit about feudalism, let's go down to our local historian, Brian Weatherford, to find out what exactly manorialism is. What is that all about, Brian? Brian?
Thanks, Justin. Justin here with Brian Weatherford. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
All right. Brian, can you tell me a little bit about manorialism?
Well, manorialism is an economic system that the peasants of medieval Europe depended on, and it was controlled by the nobles. The peasants were usually given cottages, huts, and barns, and gardens. The nobles would give the peasants part of their land to live on in order to assist the nobles.
Oh. Back to you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin and Brian. Thanks for clearing that up for us. Well, now we're going to head down to the halls of an old medieval church to see what's the goal of the Crusades.
Hey, Justin! What was the goal of the Crusades?
Well, Joseph, the goal of the Crusades was to recapture the Holy Land of Jerusalem from Muslim forces.
Wow, that's some great information. It's great to know. Well, let's head out to Mary Jane Paul and Justin Poole to find out how the Crusades affected you and our lives today. Mary Jane Paul? Justin? Hey, Mary Jane Paul.
Yes, Joseph.
What were some results of the Crusades?
Well, some results of the Crusades were bringing back foods from the Holy Land such as coffee, rice, and sugar, items such as mirrors and carpets.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. Wow, that's very interesting. You know, you learn something new every day. Well, now let's go down to Joseph Gladstone and Justin Poole to find out how exactly the Crusades affected the political part of Europe during that time. Joseph?
Hey, Joseph.
What's up, Justin?
Well, what were some effects to the political system at the time of the Crusades?
Well, they helped to break down the feudal power and to give prominence to the kings and the people.
Wow, that's actually very interesting.
Thank you.
Wow, thanks, Joseph. That was some great information. Well, now let's head out for a special report from Justin Poole on the Crusade soldiers and how they were in combat. Justin? Well, as you can see here, this is just your typical Crusade soldier in his regular battle armor. You know, it's pretty usual thing that would occur in combat back in the Middle Ages. So basically what happened was a new group of Muslims called the Seljuk Turks moved in and took control of all of the holy cities. Now, this made it extremely difficult for Christians to make their pilgrimages into the holy cities like Jerusalem, and they had to do something about it. So then this guy, Pope Urban II, called the First Crusade in 1095, partly because he wanted to unite Europe, and what better way to unite people than giving them a common enemy, but mainly to liberate Jerusalem. Now, by the Pope declaring the crusade, to the Crusaders it seemed as if they were taking up arms to protect Christ and his kingdom. This was super important because the Crusaders were motivated to fight because they were basically devoting themselves to God and showing their devotion to God by fighting for him, by fighting the Muslims. So basically, the Pope was saying, even if you've done the worst sins and committed the worst sins and done just awful things, if you went and fought in the Holy War and killed non-Christians, then it was alright, and you would be forgiven, and basically a free pass to heaven. So all the Crusaders believed if they fought in the Holy War, they were good to go and were just perfectly fine to go to heaven, no matter what they did in their past, as long as they fought in the Holy War. So basically, if you were a Christian during that time, it was pretty awesome because you could do whatever you wanted and get away with it by fighting in the Holy War and kill people and steal and other sins, and you'd be forgiven. Well, folks, that just about wraps everything up. I hope you learned something today on the CNC Crusade News Crew. I'm Justin Poole, and I will see you later.